What are the best countries to retire where you can enjoy your wealth, have it last longer, enjoy a higher quality of life, and overall have the best time of your life? These are the top 5 countries that I recommend that my richest clients are moving to retire and enjoy their life better. Country number 5, which I don't talk about that much, but actually a lot of my older clients are retiring to, and that is Ecuador. A small nation in South America, you can easily get residence by investing $42,500. The previous figure was $40,000. It's increasing every year. You can invest it into a credit union, you can put it into a business, or just invest it into property in the country. That property needs to be analyzed and assessed to see if it's worth $42,500 or more, but that's quite easy. For any investor, if you've saved up throughout your life or you just want to retire to a very relaxed country, a lot of our clients choose more the mountainous regions of Ecuador, and those are the ones that really enjoy their quality of life. Your money lasts a lot longer because it's a lot cheaper in those villages in Ecuador. So overall, a country that a lot of my clients are enjoying, very easy to get residence. And then later on, if you live in the country, if you learn Spanish, you can get citizenship, although you might not want the citizenship since it's not one of the strongest passports in South America. Country number 4, also in South America with the best passport in Latin America, is Chile, or Chile as many people call it. It is the most developed country in Latin America. You will feel like you are in an extremely developed country. A lot of people compare it to Canada or some countries in Europe. Very relaxed, but also there's a bustling business center in Santiago, in the capital. You also have the southern regions, which are absolutely beautiful, really close to Antarctica, and overall a stunning place to be, like the national park Torres del Paine. You can easily get a retirement visa in Chile. You need to show that you earn around $1,500 all the way to $2,500 every single month, and you can do that easily with a real estate income or business income that you have that you're making consistently. You can get that retirement visa. If you later on want permanent residency or to extend your temporary residency, you do need to show ties to the country, that you're learning Spanish, that you're integrating into Chile by renting property, buying property, and also you need to show, if you want to qualify for permanent residency and citizenship, that you're paying taxes in the country. As a foreigner, you can get a tax exemption of 3 years all the way up to 6 years, so you can have that tax exemption and essentially live tax-free for 3 to 6 years in Chile. So definitely you're gonna enjoy South America at its finest with the most quality healthcare, most quality of living overall. Country number 3, which a lot of our Australian clients and clients that are around Asia or clients that are very interested in Asia choose, is Thailand. Thailand is definitely one of the top countries to retire in the world. It's extremely cheap if you live in some of the rural areas. If you want big city life, you have Bangkok. You also have that combination of Bangkok and other smaller villages. With the Thai Elite Visa, you invest around $17,000 US and you get a 5-year permit that is extendable every 5 years. You could even get a 20-year Elite Visa. I myself spent 7 months in Thailand. I found it quite relaxing. You do get used to the cheap prices, to the slow pace of life. So going to another country like, for example, Singapore might be a shock to you that it's like 20 times more expensive. That might not be your vibe, but definitely one country to consider if you want to retire. You want your money to last longer, and overall, you just want a more slower pace of life in a country that doesn't really want to tax you, doesn't want to annoy you. For example, in Thailand, it's almost impossible to become a tax resident no matter how much money you make if that money comes from overseas. So a lot of people choose it as a place to spend time. I've had a lot of clients that have Elite Visa in Thailand. They also have the Dubai residence permit. They spend a month a year in Dubai, 6 months a year in Thailand, and then the rest of the year they travel or they go to their home country in Australia, for example. So definitely one to consider if you want to retire, and you also want to find other expats that are retired. Very quick note, if you're looking to work with Wealthy Expat, have us help you move to a low tax country, click that link in the description after the end of this video, wealthyexpatcall.com, and book a call with us directly. The next country right next to the United States, very popular for US and Canadian expats, is Mexico. You can easily get a visa in Mexico with the economic solvency visa, and this particular one has a lot of misconceptions. If you start Googling, you just need to show $1,600 in monthly income, but the reality is a lot of consulates outside of Mexico, the process is done in a consulate or an embassy, they're asking for $2,500, $3,000 all the way up to $5,000 a month in monthly income, which should be pretty easy to show as a wealthy expat. Just know that the requirements are different, so don't prepare with $1,600 if you need to show $5,000. You also could show an account balance of around $45,000 US over the last 12 months. I know online it says $27,000, $30,000, but in reality is now it's $45,000 all the way to $50,000 in balance over the last 12 months, and you can easily get this visa. Obviously Mexico, all different parts of Mexico, like the Mexican Caribbean or even Mexico City, are extremely popular with expats. A lot of people from the US, to escape the craziness, they move down to Mexico. They're getting Mexican citizenship, they're learning Spanish, they're enjoying the culture and the food, and overall a country that is attracting tons, literally hundreds of thousands of expats moving to Mexico every year. If you want to get Mexican citizenship, it's surprisingly a great passport. Has traveled to so many different countries around the world, has visa free to Canada for 6 months, have visa free to New Zealand, all over Europe. So you can definitely fly all over the world if you get this citizenship, if you want to replace it, for example, with your US passport. So definitely one to work towards if you decide to live in Mexico, get property in Mexico, pay taxes in Mexico. That is also a misconception. A lot of people think they can move to Mexico and not pay taxes. Mexico does have high taxes, so you do need to be careful to do the tax planning properly if you're planning to move there long term. Which is your favorite country that you would retire? Or if you're already retired, what is the country that you chose? Comment it down below. And the last and best country to retire is Portugal in Western Europe. Absolutely beautiful country, very laid back lifestyle. You also have the big cities of Lisbon and Porto, and the Algarve in the south. It's definitely one of the top places in the world, specifically for Europeans and people coming from the UK to retire. You can easily get a retirement visa. It is the D7 visa, typically called the passive income visa, or literally retirement visa. You just need to show that you make income every single month as a retiree, passive income from real estate, passive income from a pension or anything like that. You can also show that you have bank statements of 10,000 euros in the bank, or actually just have 10,000 euros in the bank. If you hire a lawyer, the process is very, very easy. The lawyer can actually go and apply for the tax number for you. They can apply for the bank account for you, and they can do all the process and essentially make it very easy. You only need to be in Portugal about a week or 2 weeks to actually do the D7 process, and then you can move to Portugal. The only caveat is that in order to extend it, you do actually need to live in Portugal. So you need to be 6 months per year continuous, or 8 months a year with small gaps. So you can't just go to Portugal 1 month and then extend the visa every single year. No, you actually need to commit to Portugal in order to extend it, and then later on get Portuguese citizenship, which you'll get around the 5-year all the way up to 7-year mark. You do need to learn some Portuguese. You do need to show ties to Portugal. Buying property, for example, for the D7, you either need to buy property or rent property, and that property needs to have a certain amount of value. So for example, for the renting, it needs to be around 1,200 all the way to 1,500 euros every single month, the property that you're renting, and you need to have a yearly contract for that property. I highly recommend you hire a local lawyer for this particular visa. For example, I'm also doing Portuguese residence in another route, and the lawyer that I hired is doing absolutely everything for me. She even got me a bank appointment on a Sunday evening with just a couple of bank statements, and they were able to open the account very easily and get the tax number, everything I needed to get that Portuguese residence. Portugal definitely has everything a retiree might be looking for: that warm weather in the south, that colder, more Atlantic weather in the north, and also you have some mountains like the Sintra Mountains, absolutely beautiful. Definitely a country that I would recommend, even for people that are not retiring, just to have a residence. Like for example, with the Portugal Golden Visa, you buy property, you get that residence, or you invest in a fund, you get that residence. Definitely something to consider for you. If you're looking to move to another country and pay less taxes, enjoy your life better, and overall have a better quality of life, check out the video that is going to pop up right here, the top 10 low tax countries around the world that you're truly going to enjoy with your money. You're going to have less restrictions, less regulations, overall more freedom in your life. Check them out right here, right now.